Welcome back, everyone, to Stephen King Reviews number 36, The Girl Who Loved Tom Gordon. After a lengthy hiatus, I'm back with the next review of the 36th book of Stephen King's that I've read, The Girl Who Loved Tom Gordon. And for a short synopsis to describe it, I would say it goes like this. The world had teeth, and it could bite you with them any time it wanted. During a 6-mile hike on the main New Hampshire branch of the Appalachian Trail, 9-year-old Tricia McFarlane quickly tires of the constant bickering between her older brother and recently divorced mother. But when Tricia briefly wanders off by herself, she becomes lost in a wilderness maze full of peril and terror. As night falls, Tricia has only her ingenuity as a defense against the elements, and only her courage and faith to withstand her mounting fears. For solace, she tunes her headphones to broadcast of Boston Red Sox baseball games and follows the gritty performances of her hero, relief pitcher Tom Gordon. And when the reception begins to fade, Tricia imagines that Tom Gordon is right there with her, the protector from an enemy who may or may not be imagined, one who is watching her, waiting for her in the dense, dark woods. It's frightening, feverish terror, classic King, brutal, intensely suspenseful, an exhilarating affirmation of the human spirit. Impressive, wonderful, difficult to put down. All very good reviews in that case. I actually would agree with all of those. So, this is a good short survival story, this book, and I didn't have the highest expectations for it originally, I admit, but I thoroughly enjoyed it more than I expected. And ironically, 36 is Tom Gordon's number in the story, and it was the 36th book I've read of Stephen King's. So, for horror factor, I gave this one 9 out of 10. The realism and approach makes it scary as hell. Really is actually pretty scary when you think that there is no need for supernatural elements to this story. There may or may not be. I'm not going to give too much away. But it leaves you wondering if there is or not, if she's just imagining things. But even if you just focus on the realistic aspects of the story, that's what makes it scary as hell. Being lost in the woods, struggling to survive the way she does. Pretty gripping and terrifying. For story quality, I gave it 9 out of 10. Quite a nice little story and very captivating. For suspense intensity, I gave it 10 out of 10. Very suspenseful, and it kept me up late last night just to finish it because it just really had me on the edge of my seat. Like I couldn't go to sleep, leaving that character in the peril that they were facing. For memorable characters, I gave it 7 out of 10. Trisha, the God of the Lost, and Tom Gordon were very good characters, very entertaining. Even her father was kind of funny and interesting to hear about. But the rest, meh, which kind of drags the overall rating down a bit. But you saw how high it went in the other categories, so it kind of balances out. So overall rating with 9 out of 10 for horror factor, 9 out of 10 for story quality, 10 out of 10 for suspense intensity, and 7 out of 10 for memorable characters. I give this book an overall rating of 35 out of 40. I could say that this book overall is quite thrilling still. Now, for my final thoughts, there's a lot of baseball references, and I could see why some people don't like it because of that. However, I respect baseball and could appreciate these references. But I still think it's worth reading and giving a shot because of how compelling the story of Trisha's struggle to survive is throughout it. So I think that's a fair review to say. I think that's a good way to put it. Hopefully, you guys are happy that I'm back and I've been able to give you another review. Sorry that there has been quite a long hiatus. I've actually read a lot of other books in the meantime while I was waiting to build more of my Stephen King collection. But I've got four others to read, so expect more in the future. I actually started Firestarter today, so that will be the next one. Originally, I was going to do it, but it is the longest one of the ones I've gotten recently, so I think I might do that one last and do the shorter ones first. That way, I can give you guys more reviews quicker. And also, just a quick update as Super Kami Guru Alucard for anyone who is interested. I am going to be releasing potentially 10 new albums worth of material, 10 songs each later on this year, and it will probably start at the end of April, early in May. So stay tuned for new music, and there is going to be a lot of really good new music. Some that was recorded from last year will finally get released and see the light of day because I've waited until I had enough material that it made worth paying the unlimited mastering like worthwhile. But yeah, expect the album of all original jazz composition instrumentals to come out. Expect Dynamic Duo with the Japanese flute player, former friend of mine who played on it. Revival, which had the song Memories, a lot of people liked with Olga singing on it. And quite a few others. Some great albums like Tales from My Crypt, which will have awesome song with Natsuka Kuramochi, a Japanese singer, and A New Era for Music will have a great song called The Biggest Hearts Break the Easiest. And of course, I'm literally making songs every day, so yeah, just expect a lot of material to start coming out on this channel and be officially released starting at either the end of April or the beginning of May. So, hope y'all will look forward to that. Hope you enjoyed this review, and until next time, I'm Super Kami Guru Alucard. Peace out. Matane.